A popular script that agents use is they call the for sale by owner and they lie and they say that they have a buyer for the property, or they say, oh, I might, or something like that. I don't like that script because the sellers can see through it. And once you show up to the house, you tell them that you might have a buyer, and then you show up to the house and you start just giving them your sales pitch and trying to get them to list with you. That's one of the reasons why for sale by owners hate realtors so much, is because they just label us all liars because of that. So what I do is I call the for sale by owner and I say, hey, my name's Mariah, I'm with Berkshire Hathaway. I'm gonna be in the area on Monday between 2 and 3, and I'm gonna be in your neighborhood, and I was wondering if I could come by to set up a viewing appointment or a preview appointment to view your home. And then they always say, okay, do you have a buyer? And I say, no, I don't have a buyer right now, but as a real estate professional in the area, it's my job to make sure that I know of everything that is on the market, including for sale by owners. That way, as soon as I do get a buyer that fits your home's criteria, they can know about it and I can be the first to show them. Using that script, I think I've only been turned down like twice from people who really didn't want me to come see it. And like I said, I've had a lot of for sale by owner viewings from that, and those viewings a lot of times end up turning into listings, more than not. And the reason is because it's so important to get in front of the for sale by owner. And I don't go in, I always bring my listing presentation, because you never know when it happens, when you show up and they're like, hey, actually, you know, we are ready to hear about what you have to say. That does happen, but I'm not going in with the intention of giving it to them. I'm not going in with the intention of like pushing my listing presentation on them. I go in and I ask them a lot of questions and I listen to what they have to say. And that helps me just get a better idea of why they're selling and their motivation and all of that. So I ask a lot of questions. I go in armed with knowledge, knowing about the other homes in the neighborhood that have recently sold. Of course, they're gonna wanna know if their neighbors, if the home across the street is listed or the home across the street just sold, they're gonna wanna know what it sold for. So I make sure I have all that information, and I make sure that I'm over prepared to give all of that information to them, so I can be their local resource, so I can be their resource that they go to when they have a question about the home selling process. And then from then on, I write them a handwritten thank you note. If you've watched any of my videos, you know I'm huge on those. I love handwritten thank you notes. I think that's something that we don't really do much anymore, but I write them a handwritten thank you note for letting me come see their home. And that's one thing alone that separates, you know, if you do that, that'll separate you from other agents, because most agents aren't doing that. And then from there, I send them valuable information on the home selling process once a week. And that's all great and that works, and you have to do that, but it doesn't work if you're not also calling them. Sorry, my video camera is so shaky, but that doesn't work if you're not also calling them. So I send them mail. If I get their email address, I put them on my email drip campaign, but I'm not even gonna be relying on that, because that's not what's gonna get them to list with me. It's in person is the most important thing, and next after that is on the phone. So I'm calling them once a week and checking in. And usually they're the ones that end up calling me back and want me to come back and give them more information. And then that turns into a listing. But when I say that I'm gonna go preview their home, I go and preview their home. I don't lie to them and then get there and then show up with a sales pitch, because that pisses sellers off. And sometimes every once in a while, I'm not saying that you never do that. Sometimes there's exceptions, because every situation is different and you just kind of have to use your best discernment and feel it out. You have to be able to read the seller well, but that's basically the script that I've been using, and it's been really working for me. So if any of you guys try this script, or maybe you've tried it before in the past or something similar and it works for you, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. I'd love to hear what else has been working for you guys. And if you're a realtor and you're outside of the state of Oregon and you have a client moving to Oregon, I would love to give you a referral fee. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.